Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Amazing Animals Inc. We are down here in beautiful Wellington, Florida, and we are at our good friend Charlie's place. And Charlie started an amazing foundation, the Moorcroft Conservation Foundation, right? Mm-hmm. And he also has the first ever Joffrey cat that Kylie and I produced at Amazing Animals. So Charlie holds a very near and dear place to our heart because he has Rose, and we are going to meet Rose, Aries' first baby.
Yes, and he's got a couple of some of our other animals too. He's got some skunks. He helped us out. We've got called for a lot of skunks, and we just can't take them all. So Charlie's got some skunks,
some birds,
Yeah, we call him for some birds.
Patagonia and Mara.
And the cavy, yeah. So we love Charlie. You do some great work. He's right in his backyard, just like we do, and beautiful setups. So we're gonna take a look.
And you are a world-renowned tortoise breeder, is what I like to call you. He has some of the most rarest tortoises and turtles that you'll ever see.
World-renowned. But
world-renowned. We're going to call him world-renowned.
We got to throw out, you're also a horse trainer. So he's kind of wide hand here with the animals.
He does it all. So we're going to take you around Charlie's place, show you some amazing animals that Charlie has right down here in Wellington, Florida. Here we go.
Rose. So we're in here with Rose. This was our first Joffrey cat we ever had born, and Mom and Dad, Aries and Rio. Charlie, our good friend, was the first one to get one of our kittens, and you might notice her tail is actually missing because Aries overgroomed her a little bit. She wasn't sure what to do for the first time mom. So she's got the cutest little bobcat tail, but she's doing so good. She is amazing. I am so excited to see her again. I like to come visit every once in a while and see updates on her, and she's doing great here. You love her?
Totally love her.
She totally loves you.
Odin, Izzy, and Ozzy. And these were the two black and white skunks that came through you guys from SeaWorld that were fired after the virus hit. And Odin, the big chunky man. So I think they hide pretty much in here.
I love this little setup you built for them.
Oh, here we go.
So much fun. Hi, kiddos.
There goes one out.
Oh.
One out. Oh. Nice try.
Caught her.
So she's really, really friendly. And, you know, when she came, they said she did tricks at SeaWorld. She doesn't really have to do tricks here. We just let her hang out. But she, really, really friendly.
She's a sweetheart. Which
totally
one is this?
Just retired. I either Ollie or Isabel. We call her Isabel.
Okay.
But she's totally cool. Beautiful. Likes her area. They sleep most of the time, as you know. But she doesn't mind coming out and, you know, visiting.
Aww.
So these are the Patagonian cavies, maras, and they're actually pretty friendly. The little male, Harry, came from you guys, and then we were able to locate a mate up in Pennsylvania that we networked with people to get brought down here. And she's also was bottle raised. She's pretty friendly. She did programs and went to visit schools and stuff, but here they pretty much just hang out, and you know, people can come in, feed them, you know, pat them a little bit, just kind of experience something unique looking. They're not conservation animals, obviously, you know, more at conflict with man, but not real conservation. But people always ask if I wanted to have an exotic animal, how would I, you know, this is a great way to house it. It's totally lined on the bottom, they can't dig out, and, you know, plenty of space and different areas to check out. So these are Brazilian cherry-head tortoises, kind of a cousin of the redfoot, and I have kind of a cool collection of surrendered pets or true rescues. Like this gal right here is a real example of poor care, poor upbringing. She was actually found walking down the sidewalk in Lake Worth. Someone raised her pretty inappropriately and probably just put her in a canal thinking she would swim away. But clearly she's a land tortoise. This is the biggest cherry head female I've ever seen. She's probably a really old girl. Lost a lot of color on her legs, and she decided to make this her home. And I think these guys make great pets. Easy to care for, love South Florida. If it's below 50 degrees, I'll take them inside. But otherwise, they just pretty much hang out here. Lots of options for shade, lots of interesting things to walk around or scratch on, a lot of edible plants.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I noticed the cactus and the flowers. They love those hibiscus flowers.
They do, yes.
So
they
cool.
Just keep everything that I'll just come in here and pick food, and you know, they're just great species to raise. I have
some grow out
juvenile-
cages back here.
Yeah, juvenile females over here.
Oh,
These guys are young ladies, not developed enough to be with the male, but great color, great marbling.
yeah, those are pretty.
So pretty.
And then I have a new little gentleman that just joined us, hiding back here. He's really marbled and cool. And again, separate by himself till he grows up a little bit. So this is just a waterland tub that I found in Craigslist or Facebook Messenger or Facebook Marketplace, and put a top on it. And in here are that's a really cool young, highly marbled little Brazilian female, I hope.
I have never seen one that clean before. Like those colors.
Cool colors, right?
Yeah, like I'd almost call it like a hypo if it was a snake. Like
Yeah, no, it's just they tend to marble as they age, especially being outside. That will fade a little bit, but she's got great color.
Wow.
And then this is you know, again, but these guys, because they're outside in South Florida, they raise really smooth, really symmetrical, and I just, these are my favorite tortoise.
love it.
And the more we produce in captivity, the more we're not importing or taking from the wild. This is Ho-Ho. He came from you guys. And I had this cage hanging out, and I used to raise a lot of different finches and different types of grass parakeets, and we decided to just transition into a bird that needed a home. And the story was from you guys that he didn't enjoy being around other animals, so he can live here alone, and he likes me. It took about a year, but he likes me now, and doesn't growl as much. I can actually go in there and
I remember the growling. And he
No.
doesn't play with toys, right? Like
No,
he
he's-
doesn't touch anything. He doesn't
he
play.
chews some stuff. He likes to hang upside down, and in the morning when I open the door, he'll whistle, but he never squawks. He doesn't scream. He mimics a little bit, but mostly he's silent.
Yeah.
Which I think is great, because he doesn't
Annoy the neighbors.
he doesn't annoy the neighbors, and he doesn't want you to bother him. He
Yep.
wants you to keep a distance. You know, I'll come and whistle, and he'll display a little bit, and he likes to engage, but on his terms and from a distance. And
Yeah.
he can have a home for life.
Yeah, he looks awesome. This
Hi,
bird, you should have
Ho-Ho.
seen where he came from. So we are in his house now, and this is really not part of the foundation, but it's part of Charlie's like heart and soul, his personal collection. Some of the rarest turtles and tortoises like I've ever seen. It's amazing.
This is a McCord's box turtle, and I believe these guys are extinct in the wild, and there's really not that many in this country at all, but they're beautiful, semi-aquatic, mostly terrestrial box turtles that I think are totally stunning.
Yeah, he's absolutely gorgeous and extinct in the wild. Like there's none left. They're from Asia.
Yes.
So a lot of turtles and tortoises, due to habitat loss and poaching in Asia, you know, Asian people sometimes, there's so many people and there's not a lot of food. So they eat all the animals that are there. And there's no laws and regulations on limits. They just consume, because there's so many people that are just trying to eat.
There's status symbol, also collectors, there's habitat loss, you know, medicinal qualities. So the turtles don't fare very well in our world.
Yeah, amazing species, and it just can't believe that there's just none left in the wild.
I raise these guys semi-aquatically when they're this age, and then as they mature a little bit and grow, then they go to more of a terrestrial habitat, and then as these guys become adults, they'll go to more of a northern climate to some friends and other organizations where they'll get a cool down period in the winter and be part of a breeding assurance colony. We work with some pancakes. This is a juvenile group of 1 male and 3 females. They're hard to find. Oh, I got one. That's lucky. They're a little bit flexible and obviously pretty flat. From Kenya, they like it a little drier, and they live in rocks, so you can see it's a little pliable there, a little flexible. He's got some calcium powder on from his breakfast. But they're critically endangered also, and I think these guys make really cool, interesting pets. They're fairly common in the US and easy to set up. They love to live in rocks, they love to live in a group. They all kind of stack on top of each other and hide most of the time, but they're pretty fast and they're almost lizard-like, I think.
Yeah, because they can climb. They're really good at climbing.
Yes, without this top on here, you just get them a little round so you can see. But they're actually under the dust from the sand and substrate, but they're actually a really beautiful species.
And they get just a little bit bigger than that.
A little bigger than maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
Females lay 1 egg, and when the babies are born, they're not flat. They're pretty round, and then as they mature, they kind of spread out and flatten out.
Such a cool species. Definitely on my list of animals to get for amazing animals to teach about people about the critically endangered species. So when I think of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think of Shredder, and this guy looks just like Shredder. In my opinion, so cool looking turtle. I just, when you see him eat, check this out. Little worm here, watch this. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. He's missing it. I'm not doing a good job. He'll get it himself. I can't see it. Charlie, you have an amazing place. It is gorgeous. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to see us. Absolutely love to see Miss Rose. She's looking perfect. I know it makes Kylie's heart happy that you have Rose. Thank you all. Have fun, be safe, and as always, go out there and do something amazing.